You were. I want to ask you about this comedy festival over in Saudi Arabia that you were part of. Was that this weekend that went on?
It's going on now, and
Oh, it's still going on right now.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I
now
did last weekend.
Obviously this is something that's become a big part of the news because people, a lot of comedians especially, are very upset because this is. The people who paid the comedians to come to this are not good people. They are. It's a pretty brutal regime. They've done a lot of horrible, horrible things, and so people are questioning why you would go over there and take their money to perform in front of these people. And I'm just curious because you were there, you made this decision. I'm curious as to why you decided to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you asked because it's something I put a lot of thought into. And, I have an aunt that lived there for a while. And I talked to her about this, and she said, there's people over there that don't agree with the stuff that the government's doing. And to ascribe, like, the worst behavior of the government onto those people, that's not fair. Just like there's people in America that don't agree with the things the government is doing.
I mean, the government over there is arresting people for peaceful protest. I mean, I know, we're doing horrible things over here, but they murdered a journalist. I mean, it's like, these are not good people over there. So did you deal with those people specifically?
No, I was just there to do a show for the people, and I talked to my wife about this, before I went, and she said, whenever there's repressive societies like this, they try to keep things out, whether it's rock and roll music or, blue jeans, because it makes people curious about outside ideas, outside values. And this is a very young country. Like, half the country is under the age of 25, and things can really change. And to me, like, a comedy festival felt like something that's pushing things to be more open and to push a dialogue. And you kind of have to make a choice of whether you're going to isolate or engage. And for me, especially being me and looking the way I do and being from a Muslim background, it felt like something I should be a part of. And I hope it pushes things in a positive direction.
Did you have these concerns when you performed in India many years ago?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff there that, I don't feel great about, and I did it, and, I'm Indian, and it was an important experience for me. And, comedy in India is really thriving, and people are talking about things that are happening there, and some of them are even, go to jail and things. But for this Riyadh thing, it was something I really thought about, and even before I went, I said, I'm going to do this, and I hope it's positive. And, if I'm going to do this, I share the concerns that people have brought up, and it's all valid. And I said to myself and to my team, I said, hey, if we do this, part of the fee should go to support causes that support, free press and human rights. And
like which causes specifically, or you thinking?
I read about Reporters Without Borders, which I think
that's
is really
a great organization,
and Human Rights Watch as well. And it's a complicated issue, but I felt like it was something that's pushing things in the right direction, I hope.
So you felt that that in the long term this will be a positive, people seeing comedy and American comedy and free.
Yeah, I mean, so many people were there talking about stuff. And I hope people see that and they go, wow, this was really great. And I want more of this, not just in comedy, but in everything, to push things to be more open and to have the ability to say what we want and to have dissent and all this stuff. And hopefully it's a step in that direction.
Aziz Ansari, everybody. His movie is called Good Fortune. It opens in theaters October 17th. Thank you, Aziz.